Hello everyone, welcome to... Ooh, this is a little bit high. There you go. Welcome to another episode of the Magic Arena Run. Today we are doing midweek Magic, and it's Historic Brawl. It's usually the best time to kind of chill as when the new set is coming out in the next 2 days or so. So I decided I wanted to try out one of the legends from Neon Dynasty. So here we are with Isshin. Now what makes Isshin kind of special is some very simple ability. If a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, you get a free additional trigger. So I originally had a deck that had just a lot of triggers, but a lot of the really good ones tend to be in the 4, 5, 6 range, and we do have mana issues. Actually, now that I'm taking a look at it, we are running a full 40 lands. We are at the proper 40%. So it's really about adjusting the curve, making everything lower. We added some additional, I shouldn't say additional, well, compared to the previous version at least. Well, first off, let's get some things out of the way. We need to have a few reset buttons. So as far as mass sweepers go, Deafening Clarion, Settle the Wreckage, Mythos of Snapdax, and yeah, we also have Farewell. These are our general mass removal. We have a little bit of our targeted removal, essentially Boat Marches, Lightning Bolt, Swords to Plowshares, Fragment Reality. Let's see. We also have Molten Impact, Unholy Heat, Precipitous Drop, a bit more for the venture into dungeon, but sometimes could be relevant. We also have a D-Spark and a Lightning Helix as well. So kind of need to have a lot of pinpoint removal as well. Oath of Kaya. We also have an Angel Fire Ignition because it does really mess up our opponent. We have a few Planeswalkers, primarily Sorin and Kaya, but otherwise it's mostly creatures that have very good attack triggers. Now the best ones to list out would be Krenko, especially if you can double it. That's a lot of tokens. Imperial Blade Master. That's 2 cards is kind of good, even though the selection's a bit there. Kroxa, I haven't exactly gotten to escape yet, but if you do, making your opponent discard 2 cards at cost is pretty fine. We have Nadar and Triumphant Adventure, not the strongest ones, but still quite good. Toralf's Disciple, I have gotten like about 3-4 attacks, so that's like a total of 12 bolts added to the deck. You don't always get them, but it's nice to know that you have them coming in. We have Olivia, which is nice to double. A little bit on the vulnerable side. I'm kind of questioning why I included her now. Etali is really solid, especially if you can protect it. Ideally, it's Etali into Angel Fire Ignition. I originally had the card that gave all my creatures haste, but Porphyros, kind of a 5-drop. I would rather just have the Planeswalkers. Also, Goldspan Dragon, very nice attack trigger. Just be careful with your math. Audacious Thief is actually quite good. We do need a lot of card draw, and drawing cards is fine here. So just keeping it very simple. This is the second time I'm running the video. I had a really neat win the first game, but everything else kind of went downhill. It's when I realized, yes, you need to have more interaction. You need to lower your curve. You cannot just have your 3 and 4 drops get stranded in your hand, and you're gonna run into a lot of people playing monocolored because that's kind of what works. Anyway, speaking of that, we don't need the black mana right away. I will still play Command Tower into Esper Sentinel. We'll see what our opponent's turn 2 play is, but we can play Bugbear into Bone Crusher just fine. Okay, or just play Bugbear, no Bone Crusher. Esper Sentinel, always a solid card to help us draw cards. So opponent going Yorvo. I guess I pop this now. Because my most likely follow-up is going to be Settle the Wreckage. Krenko is the longer we can keep we don't have to pop Selfless Glyphweaver, the better. I guess we're popping it now. Yeah, we have to make our opponent respect this, so I could play Bone Crusher Giant first because 4 mana is way too obvious. No need to play Isshin quite yet when we don't have our Adeline or Krenko down, so we're gonna leave it at that. Our opponent most like... Oh, not swinging at all. Okay. So now we can actually do Krenko. And we have the Fateful Absence backup if we need to. No, I don't see a point to swing with Bone Crusher, so we won't. I'm gonna probably wait for our opponent to do the Crawling Barrens thing, but we'll have to keep an eye if our opponent taps their mana funny. Okay, they did not tap their mana funny. Now I could have... If our opponent might just slam... Okay, they did not slam Vorinclex. Toski's a bigger problem, so we definitely are holding back Settle the Wreckage. If our opponent swings with the Wicked Wolf, this eats food tokens, so I'm willing to... Sun Gold Sentinel. Yeah, no... I have to pass. There's... The good news is that Toski is forced to attack, so we will at least get that. Let's see if our opponent unloads even more. Nope, they're just drawing cards. They kind of suspect it, but... The nice thing is we can just block Toski if that's the case, so we... So if it gets to that, we can just buy some time with that. Opponent might have a pump effect. It might draw us a card or force them to tap out. Okay. Ping, that's fine. So it's actually tempting now to drop Isshin. Actually, I tap Isshin, I swing with Krenko, it double triggers. I can play Sun Gold Sentinel as a follow-up. Yeah, let's do it, I guess. We'll play the Sun Gold Sentinel first, see if it... Because they clearly... Well, they can also just Karn's Bastion, or just pump the Crawling Barrens. But definitely want to put extra cards down right now. Okay, eat that. Then I guess we drop Isshin just to get Krenko to swing with a bunch of tokens. The opponent might have a oh, they have a Ram True effect. They'll pay. Okay, so we don't get Krenko, but we can swing with Bone Crusher. Opponent might just land Vorinclex but not swing. Actually, the board is not very good for that. We'll just hit it that way. Let's see, do they finally drop Vorinclex? We probably just take the 6. They might have... I'm gonna have to be wary of more fight effects, but... Okay, draws them a card. I'm gonna make it look like a race. I'm just gonna swing with everything. They might have... They definitely have mana for a fight effect. That is gonna be a problem, but we'll go for it. Don't know. Also note that Settle the Wreckage targets the player, so most of the stuff like Tamio, etc. is not gonna hit. Also, at least we have Den of the Bugbear, so our opponent could be suspicious of that. We'll see how they play it out. Nissa, who shakes the world, sure. Pay mana. Got ourselves a Savai Trap. Oh, they let us draw. Okay, interesting. So they now have 6 mana. Emblem lands you control are indestructible, sure. So the Crawling Barrens and the Karn's Bastion are going to be a problem. But the important part is to make sure we snipe Nissa. Yeah, kind of forgot all about that. Opponent is going to be swimming in land for days, so that might be a problem. Okay, place another Nissa. What's the... Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control... I think our opponent should have played that first. They would have been able to draw a lot of cards if they did that. Okay, draws 1 card. Sure. They are forced to attack with at least Toski. Yeah. Yeah, we're not gonna fool them, so we'll give them the other card. So the thing we can do now is we can swing with the... I can play Adeline, swing with these 2, then... Our opponent can easily just cast Vorinclex again. That's the horrible part of this. Okay, submit 0. Our opponent could just easily hit the token, so let's just stack it here. Let's send it all here to encourage our opponent to at least block the Sun Gold Sentinel. Also because Adeline can kinda... Okay, opponent going for Isshin. Now they might have something to protect, which would be annoying. Okay, they're going to let Vital Force die. Let's see if it lands, because it'll be annoying if it doesn't. Fight on without me. Yeah, they definitely have a response. Wait. Yeah, they definitely have a card in hand. Yeah, Snakeskin Veil. We do get to draw a card. Oh no, they can pay for it. I should have targeted the Nissa instead. But let's see. Has Vigilance, so that's an issue. But does not have Trample. Solemn Simulacrum. So they're gonna draw their deck out. Our kinda important plan right now is to Alcide, Adeline, punch through. We won't be able to punch through the Kogla. Kinda needed Adeline for that. No, it's not gonna work. Yeah, it's, well, you're kinda going to lose if you are going to lose if you let your opponent get so much mana. Unfortunately, we did not. No, we fired off the Fateful Absence too early. What we should have done is let them cast the Vorinclex, then fire it off there. We were too reliant on Settle the Wreckage. That's kind of our fault. Oh yeah, I did not show up the deck list. So Isshin is interesting, but yeah, at the very least I can show you where it has issues. I did get 3 wins with Isshin. Actually, I've gotten at least 4 wins between the 2 different versions of this deck I've run, but the number of losses I've had to get just to get this far, not very appealing. Yeah, it's really a case of if the opponent lands their mana in green, you're in for a world of hurt if you don't have the removal. That's why a lot of our removal be on the cheap end. Fragment Reality, Swords to Plowshares, Unholy Heat, Fateful Absence. Although I might consider Baleful Mastery even if it gives me the card directly. Exile's probably good at that rate. We also could have just chosen not to just take the hit from Toski altogether. But yeah, I think we got too greedy with that play. We should have just kept holding Settle the Wreckage. Unfortunately, our opponent was so aware of that we could not really do anything about it. Enchantment-based removal would be an option. Something like Touch the Spirit Realm would not be so bad. Also, are we really entering the match? No, we're not. That was something wrong with that one. Anyhow, we should. So let's try again. See if we can get that match that way. Okay, so we do have our mana. We don't exactly have a very good creature to run, but we do have some early removal in the interim, so I'm actually willing to keep this hand. That said, the Illuna deck can get really out of hand. So we want to hold on to the Fateful Absence for as long as possible. Well, at least we're hitting our removal. Unfortunately, I might not be... If I don't draw a Swamp or a Mountain, I might... No, we didn't draw a Swamp or a Mountain. Let's see if our opponent has... They probably have targeted... Yeah, Magma Spray. Sure, that's fine. Get it out of the way. Let's exile the Magma Spray. Opponent might be also running a lot of removal because they just need the combo. That's probably going to be our weakest part. Not sure. So we have Fateful Absence and Lightning Helix. We're going to try to run Helix if possible. Sweltering Suns. Opponent is cycling, so they're probably in the lookout for something. I could play Isshin, but it doesn't really do much. Well, then again, the rest of this board doesn't really do much either. Yeah, so I might as well just keep the beat down for the time being. Let's wait for them to actually try to land something. Although Illuna as a 6/6 is going to be annoying. 6/6 for 5. Well, it's delayed by a turn, so let's just keep waiting. If we can hit... Oh, now this... Now, this is scary. As much as I want to land Goldspan Dragon... I was concerned they might have some sort of counter. I actually don't know what they have. Also, the sequence doesn't matter for Goldspan Dragon because we do... Storm's Wrath, X equals 4. Yeah, no way to really protect it. So, move to Commander to the command zone. We can hit another... Well, we hit another land. This might just eat a counter, but you know what? We have to let it happen. Now, I will admit that March is probably not the best version here because we don't exactly have that many black cards. Commence the endgame. Okay, sure. Opponent just drawing a lot of cards. We can wait. Okay, that should give us 2 treasures. So let's see how our opponent goes on the spell here. So we have Fateful Absence. We have too much. And yeah, there you go. Opponent tried to go for the combo. They did not have a way to protect it. We would have been able to snipe Illuna with the March. And yeah, we probably would even have left Lightning Helix left over. So that was a very good one. If only because our opponent did not play a creature until... Yeah, they did not play a creature for a long time. They were just playing mana, mana, mana. I was really curious what the rest of their cards were. I suspect what happened was our opponent drew all the payoffs. Because if you remember Illuna, if you mutate onto it, something really good happens. Okay, so... I don't see a reason to hurt myself quite yet. So, but we do need red here. Because Restoration of Eiganjo can... Rabbit Battery. Okay, we'll take a few hits. So let's see. Bronze Plate Boar, Ancrop, Bloodthirsty Adversary. The Giant Killer is going to be a killer. But these guys are generally soft. I might just take the Lorehold command. Like, opponent goes Bloodthirsty Adversary. Now, because this is 4 or greater, I can just literally play Isshin to I can play Isshin just to literally defend. We definitely need double white now because I gave this a red. Yeah, we're gonna play this one out here like this. This does have haste, but we can profitably block it. And the deafening... do they hit removal? They're threatening something. I don't like being threatened. I actually want them to go for Ancrop and Exert. Because that gives us the all clear, and we can just we have to remember to leave Isshin on defense. Okay, if they stack all of it on the Bloodthirsty Adversary, that kind of wrecks our plan. Yeah, they're gonna stack it all. Oops. But they held back, so... Let's get another red source first. Now, an interesting thing we can do is we can actually Deafening Clarion, then March Exile a Serarak. But I think the more ideal play would be to just pay the X equals 2. And if we need to March of Wretched Sorrow, we will. I'm hoping they're short on mana so they don't get to Rabbit Battery, but otherwise we can... Yeah, Isshin just having 4 toughness, quite good. And also not having enough power for stuff like Giant Killer, quite good too. I think they might just go for Ancrop Crasher. Voltage Surge. Sure. Okay, let's see what their follow-up is. But they definitely don't have... the mana for anything else. I might if they play some of the other stuff, I might just leave it alone. Yeah. We are okay, they played the Giant Killer. So that now gives us an incentive to Deafening Clarion. We do need mana though. The awkward part here is Risona. I might just have to leave it like this. Remember that, so, okay, they went for Risona. We're gonna see where the counter gets stacked on. Oh, wait. Okay. We can't let that get an indestructible counter, because it just makes it miserable for us. Now, because of this, it lets us replay Isshin. But do we have a 2-drop? I can discard to get Fabled Passage to set up our... Oh, never mind. Opponent conceded. Looks like they foresaw that we're probably going to get Isshin again. And then... yeah, turns out that we were the even more... We were the even more aggro deck. Also, probably just unfortunate our opponent got stuck on 3 lands. Though they were able to play, they were practically able to play everything. They even figuratively blanked my Thoughtseize under Lorehold command because they never got to the point of casting it. Actually, I would say I'm quite happy that I'm doing a lot better now compared to the 1 hour I spent struggling. That said, there are some matches that were still not so great. Okay, so Conquistador. The problem is we won't get the red quite easily, but we do have... oh wow, I might actually have to play this first. Since they go first, we get to... oh no, we go first. So... Dark Rit. It's kind of there if we have a much more expensive plan, but we kind of want actual lands for the time being. Let's see. Opponent also playing regular Loras, so let's see what we lose. We might lose Sky Knight, we might lose Conquistador. Probably not going to lose Unholy Heat, that would be a strange one. The Loras is going to be the most annoying part of this one. We have to remember that this is actual commander. Okay, we lost Sky Knight. So, red... yeah, I named it that red, so... yeah, played the Clifftop Retreat. They don't know about Vanishing Verse. But they know about Unholy Heat. They're just gonna keep ramping up. Now it's our turn to Thoughtseize. I guess we just play our Conquistador for now. If they want to remove it, I'm perfectly fine with it. What we really need now is more mana though. Cursebound Witch, sure. Guild Globe. Ooh, so it's really just about sacking stuff to draw into cards. I don't really like the idea of giving them something here. Loras is definitely... maybe we... considering we don't exactly have any... well, except for Etali, we could easily just... okay, so we did hit our 4th land. So not bad. 3 damage, 1 drop? Well, virtual. So let's see if our opponent has a follow-up here. They can now cast... okay, Doom Foretold. Ooh, that's so annoying. Well, we can't snipe it either. Well, we are hitting our lands. And we can't sack tokens. But we can't exactly get this guy either. Yeah, when life gives you lemons, just go yeah, they get to sack the cheap stuff. And they can use lures to replay them. Yeah, and really unfortunate that Vanishing Verse normally very good, just not in this particular instance. So we are gonna lose Isshin. We can Vanishing Verse the Cursebound Witch just to get rid of it altogether. Sure. Okay. Command zone, take action. We drew a Farewell, so we just need one more mana. We can kind of reset everything. We're also about to lose a card, so we might just lose the Vanishing Verse there. So lots of kill spells. So any creature we land is not gonna make it. Power word kill is probably take the PWK. I could just play this to keep it going, but can't cast that. We can make them use up their kill spells. No, let's just pass. They might just end up using Heartless Act Portable. They're more likely going to just use up the Witch's Vengeance. It's easy, just name Goblin. So pretty much our primary is we have to nuke the graveyard also. We're gonna Witch's Oven, okay. Yeah, I guess we're just resetting and naming everything. Oh, they're not the... Yeah, they're not gonna even bother, I suppose. So we know the Witch... Yeah, they're just gonna chain this stuff. So it's really 6 mana or bust. The question also now is, do they have a Mana Tide? Nope, Torment of Scarabs. Okay, so they're tapped out. So let that resolve first, because we have to discard... I think I might actually discard this. We sacrifice we'll sacrifice a non-land permanent. We do hit the land. Yeah, just start from scratch. If our opponent decides to play Lurrus again, we can just swing with Den. Check for traps, we lose the Vanishing Verse. Yeah, that's fair. Let's see. If they're probably gonna hold these up though, so that might be a problem. Mythos does not quite do it. I'm probably gonna just play this one just to get the Heartless Act out of the way. I need to make them use it, because I'm kind of stuck as long as they still have. I'm kind of stuck as long as they still have it. Also, it's just really the difference of one more. So we know they have 2 Rat effects, and they're really not casting that. White, black, white, red. Got a lot of red already, so this is new black. I can swing with this just to force out whatever the last card is. We know our max out is 6 anyway. Yeah, we just need to force whatever. We just need to force out whatever cards they have. Oh, City's Blessing. Okay, that's fine. Chromatic Sphere. They might actually start going. Yeah, they're gonna go for Lurrus now. Mythos chooses. I can choose, but I need them to have something else. Also remember that this takes 3 to crew, so... Okay, tapped out. So... I might just hardcast this. We're gonna hold back on the Eiganjo for the time being. I was thinking if there is no way our Lurrus is gonna block. Probably should have tested it first. There's a good chance that they might. Now they're going to just draw cards ad infinitum. Although they already cast from the yard, so they kind of have to find resources elsewhere. Portable hole, nukes out the token, sure. Arcane Signet. Okay, they're just running into all their mana. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we have to pay 2 for this. So they can block us with either Lurrus or the Bank Buster, but not both. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter which one they go for. They can still draw a card, which is probably the annoying part. Do they have a way to protect it? I'll be so annoyed if they do. Malakir Rebirth just to get it back. Okay. So interesting situation here. Now if our opponent goes for another creature, I can do Mythos of Snapdax, preserve Isshin. No, ideally we hit 1 more mana so we can do both that and Den of the Bugbear. So it's choose an artifact creature. And we have the mana to make the decision for them. So I can choose for them to keep the portable hole and whatever cheap creature they have left over, if they do cast one. Okay, they're just going for the life gain. They might have a board wipe, which would explain this. Grim Shooter. Okay, they're digging for something. Enchantment would be annoying because I would have to let them keep it. Well, 2 enchantments, maybe not so bad. Come on, play a cheap creature. You know you want to. Also, opponent definitely has to preserve preserve a kill spell. But yeah, we need this 5 mana, so we need 1 more. I did not expect that we would be needing this much mana all throughout. Opponent down to 3, so they need to have So they need to have a good way to survive both Isshin. Okay. Could be settle. I'm assuming it's settle the wreckage. There you go. So, yep. So unfortunately, Durlurus gets to stay. We will search for lands. Let's get them out of the way. Yeah, take action, move to command zone. I don't see a reason to snap the axe yet, so we're gonna not do that. It took me a while to figure out that was what they were going to do. I really need them to cast a cheap creature. Heck, any creep. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Opponent is just gonna sit back and draw cards. If we can hit removal for this. Okay, Cauldron Familiar is actually fine. If they don't have a way to sack it, we can let them keep the Familiar and the Bank Bust, we can let them keep Familiar and Portable Hole. One, two, three, four, five. Ooh. I can also activate into Angel Fire Ignition, but that's too greedy. I could also let them choose to keep the, but they can just recast it. I want them to go through the long way of doing things. We're actually not. So draw a card that, yeah, they're expecting it to die, makes sense. So we can force them, okay, so they can keep Portable Hold, they can keep Cauldron Familiar. They might have a kill spell for this Den, which would be annoying. But I'm just gonna swing normal. Yeah, because I don't want to waste the Angel Fire either. That's the sad part. If it's a Rite of Oblivion, that's sorcery speed. Fateful Absence. Okay, draws us a card. I should have tapped that for mana though. That was a mistake. I could have drawn into something else. Okay, we did hit our own Settle the Wreckage. Let's see if our opponent actually swings. Probably unlikely. They can now rebuild with the Bank Buster and whatnot. And I have the concern about what the rest of the cards in their hand are. Oh, Triumphant Adventure. If they have removal, they have removal. At least I get to cast it again. Okay, they don't have... Do they have an exile effect? Okay, so we get to scry hopefully into something better. That's not it. So that was actually a good scry. Got that out of the way. They can chump block with the Bank Buster. we know they already... Oh, no, they're actually letting it go. Okay. First strike a bit much, I suppose. Now our opponent can easily just name human just to kill the triumphant adventure. That's going to be the expected part. We will be able to clear the board if they do decide to attack with everything. Yeah, that's expected. Can't really do anything about that. Now I know they paid 7 already, so if I do this, they won't. Just to stall this out a bit. Also makes them wish they cast some of that stuff first. It only delays them a turn though. That's the annoying part. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, it's a good thing that this ETB tapped. Well, they could. They might go for the Angel Fire Ignition so that we don't get another shot. Yep. Gonna snipe that out of the way. I also kind of wish I did not play this as a land, but I think this was my... Yeah, this was one of my first lands, so did not exactly have a say in the matter. Ooh, they're going to just wipe my yard. Well, it'll be annoying if I do draw Olivia at this point. So, also unfortunate that I do have to play this. If they have removal, so be it. Yeah, it's a shame I could... Yeah, it's a shame I can't exactly protect it, but nothing much I can really do about that. So, what am I looking for? Man, this is a very long game. I might actually call this episode at this point, only because this game went way too long. I think we got like 1 win, 1 loss. That's fine. Opponent has way too many cards. Like, they drew a full 13 cards more than I did. Well, the cantrip strategy is very solid. Agonizing Remorse. Okay, we lose the Teferi's protection. That's a shame. Opponent's down to 2. Their only way of life gain is literally Lura so far. I might be wrong. They might have other stuff. Just don't see it quite yet. Now I kind of wish I put an actual burn spell here. Yep. Rebuilding the mana base because that's how it is. Unfortunately, now I wish I had an upgrade. Okay, they might still have a straight kill spell, which would be annoying. No, they're gonna let it trigger. Give me an instant. Nope, land. Nope, land. Oh, come on. Game doesn't like me. Opponent can safely just crew Bankbuster and just chump block with Cauldron Familiar. Yeah, they're gonna do that. They might just snipe. Okay, they're gonna just do the block. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can still cast Isshin with the mana I have. No guarantees that the robber would still be around. Yeah, they're just sacking a Deadly Dispute. Draw even more cards. You'd think the game would throw you a bone and not mill out 2 lands in the top. Nah, not happening. Cauldron Familiar, that sets them a 3 life. They might swing with Lurrus just to get out of the danger zone. Also because they can always run the Cave the Frost Dragon and crew that way. Oh wow, now they are unloading for real. How do I get out of this? I'll see what the next draw is, but this gives us white or black. Okay, let's see. I doubt anything is gonna happen. And our opponent can just easily double block with this, though they're more likely to just go Cave of the Frost Dragon. Yep, Hagra Mauling. Yeah, we can safely concede this one at this point. So, many apologies for making you watch a game this long. Too much advantage. Definitely will consider main decking a Grafdigger's Cage just to stop all the shenanigans there. I think we might just do one more match of this. Let's hope it's not that long again. At least we were able to validate some of our removal. Now, if I had let them keep Lurrus, would that have been a better play? I was thinking back to the Mythos of Snapdax play. Okay, definitely keeping this. 2 ETB tap lands, not great. I'm gonna play this one first, because at least we can march if we need to. Persistent Specimen. Oh, this is Yawgmoth. Okay, this is Heat. So you go white-black. So this is about sacrifice proliferate. So we should expect a lot of sacrifice shenanigans. So as usual, expect the Deadly Dispute. I might just... Okay, they tapped out, so I might actually just play the Imperial Blade Master here. Okay, hold on, Egg-Kanjo. Now, there's a good chance our opponent just has a kill spell for this. It would be annoying if that happens, but can't really do much about that. Yeah, Plague Crafter. Ooh, they had it. So take 2. Okay, the Alseid probably would not have protected there. I could play Isshin, but I kind of want some extra support if I do that. Problem is Alseid requires a payment, and this is a 3/3. I could just exile this. Not so sure how good this is though. I guess I play this first. Let's see what we hit. We might be able, and I might just cycle the Canyon Slough. Yeah, it's definitely I could also just play this as a land. Can I? Nope, I already played the land. I guess I hold on to it first. I might actually want to. The annoying part here is that Yawgmoth has Sanguine Brushstroke. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough sacrifice matchup. I guess I do cycle this. Okay, Concealed Courtyard, it does ETB tap. It was worth a shot. Also does get another card in the yard. Guess I can swing with... Yeah, we're kind of off to the races, not in a good way. Opponent can now just play Yawgmoths, pay 3 life, snipe the Hellrider, but if it, they will also swing first, so yeah, not very good for us. Yeah, we're probably gonna... I'm starting to think that it also protection from protection from humans, not protection from white. This is sacrifice another creature. And the problem is the Blood Artist negates all that. But the bright side is I'm able to clear everything but the Blood Artist. Still not great though. I could have swung first. Oh no, he let go. Okay. I'm surprised he did not go all the way. I guess he wanted to keep hitting with the Playcrafter. Black Cat. And dice discards a card at random. Ugh. So I'm definitely playing Isshin into Alseid. I might also just have to play Krenko at this point. Wait, we can play Alseid and just name... Hold on. Alseid? I guess we just play everything. Let's see what they want to trade. Probably, yeah, Dust Legion sell it because I have no cards in hand at this point. Also trying to just load up the yard so that I can get to Croxa levels. Although very dangerously close to dying because of Blood Artist. Also note that the Alseid will also ding me for 1. And the Isshin is not doing us any favors. Yeah, they might just be going for this one. I think they have enough creatures to... Like, 1, 2... Not quite. At least not with Yawgmoth. They will need some extra support. That would be the extra support. Ugh. Now the good news is it's whenever a creature I control dies, so... Yeah, I need to actually sacrifice Alseid. So the Blood Artist is still a problem. We're probably going to lose this one just off the back of... Yeah, everyone is no fun. Okay, we do have 6 cards. This doesn't have haste. Yeah. And the problem is they can just block with this. So we go down to 1. Any other creature that dies does it. So yeah, we can concede there. Wow. Do we need to run so much removal because these are the matchups I'm running up against? Yeah. Okay, 1 more for the road. But yeah, I don't want to believe this, but all of a sudden Historic Brawl is not fun anymore. Like, I'm starting to think that you might need to actually ban. You might actually need to ban it. Well, I don't think banning's correct either. Like, a lot of the decks we ran up against were very weird, to say the least. Okay, we definitely are gonna play Conquistador turn 1 because we need to get the aggro going a bit. So, turn 2 planes. Selfless Samurai protect stuff. I might just still swing with everything. Turn 3 Bolt Hound is probably better. Are they gonna bounce? Better offer. Put a random from target opponent's library onto the battlefield. I think you're going to get my Selfless Savior. Ooh, Adeline would be a nice trigger. We can play the Bolt Hound later at that rate. Well, looks like looks like opponent concede. Yeah, they kind of. Now that was way too fast. I suspect that our opponent was missing black mana and did not exactly have a board wipe situation that they can use to clear the way. One more for the road. I keep saying one more for the road. I probably should stop saying that. Okay, we got Blood Crypt. Okay, we got all our manas needed. So we get to go. Opponent's also playing the Nikki B deck, so don't expect a lot of our cards to survive. That said, I would just love to keep running Robber of the Rich at this point. Then we just run the Selfless Samurai as protection, I guess. Remember turn 2 Robber of the Rich? Okay, we stole their land drop. It's possible that they have a full grip anyway, so it wouldn't matter. They have a very slow grip though. So I can go Arcane Signet, Selfless Samurai. Do they have a burn spell? They do. Oh, they used up the lightning bolts, so there's that. So next turn, hopefully I hit a 2-drop. No, I could just play Krenko. When it goes Replicating Ring. Okay, they're going for their mana. Do they have a 1-drop follow-up? Duress. Whiff. Very timely whiff. So at the very least, our plan is to protect Krenko at least once so that we can get Isshin down and do a huge dump. And then hopefully, if nothing bad happens, we can Hell Rider afterwards. Opponent Anticipate. This puts a creature on the battlefield. So I actually want to lesser mana value. They probably have that. So I'd rather actually not play this unless I have to. Although it does not hit Planeswalkers and they're about to hit 7. Hopefully they play a 2-drop so I can hit that. They might have a counter spell. Memory lapse would be really annoying. Heartless Act. Okay, sackless. Now we will see if they have a rat effect. That would be really annoying. If they just play Nicol Bolas, I'm fine. If they play a Wrath, I don't see Blood in the Snows. They might just play Nikki B. If they go exile 2 cards, no time. Okay, sure. That literally buys them a draw. Now that might still wreck us. Okay, if they go for the exile 2 cards, it's gonna be Fragment Reality Hellrider. Exile cards until they exile, they may cast that card while playing. Let's see, what do they hit? Land, Lightning Bolt. They hit the Lightning Bolt. Okay, so yeah, we would have played the Hellrider. Oh, they know we have Hellrider. So if we played that, so this is 5. That's 10 points of damage already just from these. 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. Yeah, we got there. And thank goodness our deck decided to cooperate by giving our opponent a nice juicy Lightning Bolt. Also good for Krenko to survive long enough to get 4 toughness. But there we go. I guess I can now be satisfied and call this a day. That's going to be it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. I will admit this is not the most powerful deck. It can be frustrating at times if you run up against those that are clearly tuned to clearly tuned to wipe the floor with your face. Yeah, I feel like it might be too competitive now, but at least for the context of midweek Magic, it might be too competitive. But heck, so at least that's why I only played on midweek Magic. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless, stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.